Okay, so today we're going to be putting on these new Monroe quick struts. I'll put a link down in the description for these struts. These ones are a little more expensive than the cheapest kind, but if you watch some YouTube videos out there, you'll kind of see that you may not want to buy the cheapest quick struts out there because they're probably not nearly as good as your OEM ones, even if your OEM ones are going bad. So these struts on this car have about 145,000 miles on them, so it's about time to change them out. It just feels a little bit, you can just kind of tell when your struts are getting bad. This ride is just not very smooth. In this car you can hear the squeaking when you stop the car. You can also just go into a mechanic and ask them if your struts are going bad. And of course they can replace them, or you can choose to save some money and do this job yourself. I'm guessing this job will take me about 2 hours to change the front struts. To get into the top of the shock absorber here, so it's right there, there's a dust cover, and then there's 3 bolts that go around it. There's one of them. So what we got to do is we got to remove this cowling here, which is going to require removing the windshield wiper blades and possibly the windshield wiper motors. But it's probably going to be a lot easier to get into those bolts. You might be able to do it without taking it off, but it's going to be a lot easier to just take it off. Figured out the easiest way to do this is just press down right here with your palm, and then they just pop off. Okay. Yep. That little piece just pops off of the nut. Press right there at that joint. Pops it, breaks the seal on it, and it pops out. Okay, so we're gonna remove this plastic piece of cowling, and you can shimmy a screwdriver in between the metal and the plastic here, and you pop it free. I did just break the tab. It's just held in by some plastic tabs. And I'm just gonna work it along here. Hopefully you can just try to break as few as possible. There we go. I think I saved that one. Yep, just broke that one too. At least. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the 2 that I broke, so 8. I'm gonna go ahead and take this off because it's all attached. So this is a 10mm. Okay, so there's 3 little wiring harnesses on here. Looks like you can just pinch them. Yeah, there we go. Pretty easy not to break these ones. Just pinch them with some pliers. Almost. Yep, easy. Pops right off, it does. Okay, and these are 10mm bolts holding the or the motor assembly on. See, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bolts, 10mm bolts holding this up. Okay, so the 5 bolts are off. Yep. Whole assembly for the motor just comes right off. Okay, now we gotta take this off. This is probably the hardest part of this job. We'll see. Looks like these are also 10mm, which is nice. Be careful, this glass is exposed, so you could potentially break the windshield if you're not careful. There's 7 of these 10mm bolts holding this in. Okay. So the first step is to loosen the lug nuts before you lift up the car, so that the lug nuts come off once you lift it up. So we're just going to use this breaker bar. This is a 21mm socket, 21mm socket for the lug nuts. Okay, so the next step is to jack it up. Just gotta find a
place. Right there is the spot where Prius is designed for the jack to go. There's a little notch, 2 little notches there. And you can just get it finger tight.
Okay, so now we got the jack stand under there. I'm just going to lower the weight of the car onto the jack stand. Okay, right there. Wheels off. And again, we'll do this just for... These 2 bolts here, these are 19 millimeter, and they're holding the steering knuckle onto the strut. We've got a 12 millimeter back here holding on this brake hydraulic line and an ABS line. And we've got this 17, I think it's 17 millimeter, yeah, 17 millimeter nut hanging onto this sway bar, which is a little tricky. Those are, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 nuts and bolts down here, and 3 holding it onto the top. So these ones are put on at 177 pounds of torque, so they're probably pretty tight, so we'll see if I can get them off with the breaker bar. Looks like it's gonna go. Unless it's just spinning. No, it's not. Nice. Yeah, so they came off with the breaker bar. We're just going to take this 12 millimeter off to get this hydraulic line out of the way. I'm trying to break those. So we just got to put these little clips back in the same order. So it looks like the ABS one goes on first, and then the hydraulic line through that into that hole. Okay, just remember now that goes back. Okay, so I popped these out first, these bolts, and that was a mistake because the sway bar, of course, is under tension, so it started to move. So just leave these bolts in, even if you get them loose. Okay, so next we're going to use the 17 millimeter and try to break the sway bar. I need a breaker bar. Yeah, let's try a breaker bar. There it goes. Okay, so yeah, breaker bar did it again. I think it's just spinning. So we got 17 millimeter bolt, and then this is a 6 millimeter Allen wrench. I might want to put this in some vinegar once we get it off. Let's clean it. Almost there. Okay. So this is a 12 millimeter up here. Should just be these 3 bolts. Again, just be careful of that glass. It'd be really easy to just swing it into the windshield. I'm actually kind of afraid of that right now. He's gonna spin. See if it comes off of this. So we had to pound out this connecting bar, sway bar here, and then I got these off, and now it's free. It should just come out. There it is. Passenger side one, because this bracket's there. That's where the sway bar went. This bracket's there. That's where the brake lines go. And that's where it connects to the steering knuckle. So looks the same. Get this in position, and then the cameraman is going to go up there and put the nuts on the top to hold it in while I hold it in position from below. You could probably do it by yourself, but it wouldn't be easy. It's easier with 2 people. Alright, so we just used the original nuts and just put those on kind of snug, not super tight yet. We're going to slide these 19 millimeter bolts back in, same way they were. Alright, just get this on finger tight. my torque wrench only goes to 150 foot-pounds, and this needs to go to 170. So we're gonna take it in and get it a new alignment on it anyway, and I'll just let them know to check these bolts and make them a little tighter. Okay, slide that around.
I'm just recording how to get sound.
150 pounds is a lot of torque.
Yeah, you could do it. Yeah. Okay, now I can at least.
On, just put this one on first. It's got
Which
a little
one's
clip.
that one?
This is the ABS line.
Okay.
Hook that over the top, and then put the brake line over the top of that. And basically that's just to keep them clipped in position. So the torque, this one just needs to be snug. Another jack positioned under the steering gear here. So we're just going to try to get this up to where that meets that.
We're trying to compress the strut.
Yeah.
Not lift the vehicle.
Compressing the strut until it gets to right out. There. Looks about right. There we go.
So much easier.
Easy. Should have done that before. Okay. Yeah, 6mm CRV Allen wrench. Yeah.
7
I think so. Okay, so what I ended up doing is putting the Allen wrench just in a piece of pipe here, and just the duct tape just to make it kind of stay there. And then what that does is now allows me to get some leverage on here. Be careful of these brake lines. There we go. I also cleaned the nut up with some vinegar, and that helped a lot. These ones on the outside are supposed to be at 37 foot-pounds of torque, so I'm just going to torque them on to that. 37. 37. 37. Okay, so this nut in the middle is the support to the shock absorber, and that one's a 19mm, and hopefully the factory did it right, but it's supposed to be set to 35 foot-pounds of torque. So I'm just going to check that it is indeed at 35. Yeah, pretty close. It seemed a little loose, so tighten it up just a hair. The new struts didn't come with this dust cover, so there's just this little piece of rubber that pops off. Make sure you don't take that nut off, because that will release the spring. Cover and pop it on there. Alright, so that's the passenger side. Driver side's basically the same thing, just reversed.
How does it feel on the speed bump coming up?
Feels good on the turns too. I mean, on the speed bumps, honestly, it kind of feels the same, but you can just feel, it feels more like a new car.